All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go into game number 1. We have It's Gosu Hwangsin up against Fnatic MSI Arena. Terran versus Protoss. We head on over for our first map, a dual site.
Yeah, both these players proved that they know how to play versus the Zerg race, but let's see how they do when we match them against each other. Both players are from South Korea, so Korea has dominated so far today. But yeah, it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, we'll see. I think going into this, Rain is probably the favored. Hwangsin just has not had the exposure Rain has. Rain has been to countless tournaments, did very well in, what is it, the MLGs, a lot better than I think Hwangsin has done. But, you know, don't count Hwangsin out because, you know, to beat his opponent last game, to beat, what was it? Or not last game, the last series that we watched. Not, well, you know what I mean.
He beat Moonglade.
He beat Moonglade. That's a pretty tough opponent, especially PvZ.
That is a tough opponent, but yeah, Rain showing some amazing skills in his previous match versus Dark Force, so I'm only expecting great things coming out of both players, but we know Hwangsin loves that very aggro-aggressive, almost to the cheesy point of timing attacks.
Yeah, he does get a very fast, well, not even a fast economy. He doesn't sprint for that just yet. I've seen players like TT1 who really sprint for economy and then switch over to really aggressive all-in macro plays. Players like that are very, very successful, but, you know, Hwangsin just, I don't know, he builds his army all together with his economy and then explodes and just says, shut off the valve for the pro production, shut off all of that, and just get mass units. So it's almost like he can, you know, just take off whenever he wants to if he ever feels there's an opportunity. But it isn't always the optimal route to get, you know, those mass units at that timing.
Right. We did have Rain actually checked both corners of his main, make sure there's no proxy pylons / gateways going down. We do have the racks just completing. Marine in production. The orbital command centers in production. First gateway just finished for Hwangsin. Cybernex core being thrown down. So the question is he going to get that second gas really fast, or is he going to go maybe like a one gas expand kind of play?
One gas expand is probably the more common these days, I see, but no, he's going to get that second assimilator down. I normally see through the NASL one gate expansions. That's like I think the more so the standard of Terran versus Protoss. I know you had a lot of TVP background in the back in the day when you were Terran. TT.
I did. TT.
TT, man. But for, oh, look at this. For Rain, he's going to Tech Lab and Concussive Shell. This is something we normally don't see either. You know, Marauder expands are really dead.
Dead.
They're dead, man.
It's like that's it. It's dead.
Yeah, we don't really see this anymore.
Yeah, maybe we're going to see... I was going to say a Reaper follow-up, but nope, here comes another Marauder. Maybe... I don't know. A lot of times when you do see a Marauder opening, it's usually to apply pressure in the front, and then they get that Reaper scout to see what their opponent's doing, which is not necessarily a bad type of playstyle versus Hwangsin, because we know that he loves to do tricky type of builds. We do have a Robo being thrown down right now for our Protoss hero, but a Command Center also being thrown down from Fnatic Rain, so he's just going to go straight into an expand. We do have a Reaper in production, so like I said, here comes the Marauder opening pressure, the 1 Marine, 2 Marauder, 1 SCV into the Reaper. So I really kind of like this play. It's a very old school type of play from the Terran player.
Yeah. And it's not that this is a terribly bad build. It doesn't really have a hard counter to it, but it can be very tough to really... I don't know, just investing so much gas in this early game. It's 100 gas right here for the upgrade and the 2 Marauders right here, plus the Reaper that's coming out for, what is it? It's a Scout. It might not be the most cost-efficient way to actually go with this, and that's all you need to do. Sentry the front, and we can see that these Marauders and Marines are pretty useless. The Reapers will come in from behind and get a good Scout, though. That'll be quite good, but overall, I just feel like this whole investment isn't the best investment you could possibly do.
This is what the whole investment's for right here. That Reaper's coming in. He's not even going for a really scout. He's actually just picking off some probes. Now he's getting some scout. Now he's going to see what his opponent's up to, and he does see the Robo. So that right there, he already knows a lot more than what he did. And the Reaper actually lives. Wow. He just took a trip all the way around his base and still got out safely. Very either well played from Fnatic Rain or very sloppy from Hwangsin. I haven't decided which I want to call it.
Yeah, definitely. What it comes down to is that Reaper normally dies. That's, I mean, it just always happens. And he was playing a little bit risky, going for the probes initially, and then saying, okay, I'll go scout later. Normally you scout first, and then if it still stays alive, you say, okay, well, you know, the Reaper doesn't really have that many benefits later on. I'm just going to sacrifice for a couple probes. But no, he did the exact opposite, went for the probes first. He could have lost the Reaper very easily and just destroyed his whole build. That would have been disastrous. Looks like Rain has taken this expansion. I want to mention he went double reactors on his 2 additional barracks that he got.
I actually really like that.
I like this style too.
It's really good. And the thing is, Hwangsin is all-inning for sure. 3 gateways, Robo. He is continue pumping Immortals. Proxy Pylon on the way. This is definitely going to be a bust, but I really like these double reactors. This is giving him so much Marine production that he's going to be able to hold this off, I do believe. The Guardian Shield is going to come into a big effect, as well as the Force Fields, but the question is he going to be able to hold this? The SCVs are already coming off to get ready to repair this bunker, which they instantly do. So, I don't know. I'm thinking this is looking good for our Terran player.
Yeah, this will be tough. I mean, the Guardian Shield plus Force Field is a very deadly combination, and now there are 2 Immortals over here. Now he can wait for a 3rd Immortal. I would think not. Combat Shields, as you said, is already finished, and now Stim is being upgraded. Here we go. The bust has started, and the Force Shield has segmented off. Look at how fast the bunkers go down with those Immortals out, and the Guardian Shield basically makes all the Marines Marauders do virtually 0 damage, but now the Marines Marauders will be swinging up from the front. The 2 bunkers are almost finished. 1 finishes right now. The big problem is the 2 Immortals that exist. How are you going to kill those, Rain? That's the hard part.
Yeah, he really needs to focus those down, and we see him finally doing that right now. And he just has so much Marine production here with those racks as they does take it out. The bunkers are being loaded back up. You know, he has lost some SCVs. Rain has lost a lot of SCVs, but the thing is he has those double mules, and that's going to keep him up. And with our Protoss here not expanding, he's not even behind by losing those SCVs.
Yeah, kind of interesting why he hasn't expanded. I thought he was going to go for it. He hasn't even done continual Immortal production. Now finally getting out his first Immortal out on the, well, not first Immortal, but his 1 Immortal out in the field. His sentry count has just gone up again. He got 2 additional sentries. But getting 2 sentries, you're basically saying, okay, I'm going to invest 200 gas, and I have 2 Force Fields. You know, it's such a tough investment to actually, you know, say it's worth it, in my opinion.
Stim is also about to be completed, and that's going to make these Marines and Marauders attack really, really strong. But another Immortal is added to the army's first Immortal, and so that's going to allow him to take down these bunkers really quickly. Immortals do so much damage to those bunkers. Another round of units being warped in. We do see the Protoss is up in supply, but the question is, can Rain hold this off? We do see that mules are continually mined. Here he goes. Guardian Shield is being popped. He is focusing down those bunkers really fast. No Stim has gone off yet. I'm kind of surprised about that. Maybe he doesn't even realize it's research. There's the Stim. He's charging and bringing some of the SCVs that can focus it down. And there's just so many Marines there, and GG is called.